I'm Ken Kramer. If you're a baby boomer or a post-baby boomer and you remember KCBQ radio, something going on this weekend you should know about. I'll have the story about San Diego.
An unusual tribute will be held tomorrow, including the unveiling of a monument in the East County.
And to fully appreciate it, you probably have to be a boomer or at least old enough to remember the golden age of AM radio. Ken Kramer takes us back in tonight's About San Diego.
Radio stations come and go, but in the 1960s and 70s, there was one called KCBQ, a rock and roll station broadcasting out of Santee that was in a class by itself.
Kind of put Santee on the map. And if you remember, you could tell you were in Santee by those great big beautiful towers that used to stand up there.
6 big towers standing in a field connected to a 50,000 watt signal so powerful that people miles away could hear rock and roll coming from their telephones.
Some got people so they even could hear KCBQ on their teeth. That's crazy.
Jack Vincent was the all-night DJ who worked out in Santee.
Yeah. And I did that for 14 years. I mean, I'm still trying to catch up on my sleep.
Daytimes and evenings, the studio was downtown, and imagine crowds used to gather outside the window just to look up and see a real live disc jockey. KCBQ gave us our first taste of the Beatles, singers, songs, and radio personalities like Shotgun Tom Kelly. But if you tried to find where the old station used to be, there's a shopping mall now. The towers, the music, the building, it's all gone.
To Tom, it just didn't seem right that this should go off into history, be forgotten, nothing left.
So tomorrow at noon, they'll unveil a monument in front of what is now a Lowe's on Mission Gorge in Santee to honor all the DJs in the days of KCBQ, something a lot of us will never forget about San Diego. Ken Kramer, NBC 739.
The unveiling is planned for tomorrow at noon, where the old station once stood in the 9400 block of Mission Gorge in Santee. And if you'd like to see more of Ken's stories, his show About San Diego can be seen every Thursday night at 8:30 on public television, KPBS TV.
This is the KUSI News at 6.
A monument honoring one of San Diego's most historic radio stations was dedicated today in Santee. The monument stands in the former location of the KCBQ AM 1170 studio and transmitter facility. KCBQ was for many years San Diego's only 50,000 watt AM radio station. The monument specifically honors the period between 1958 to 1978, when the station featured top 40 music and had a national reputation for programming excellence.
Shotgun Tom Kelly's still out there today. He's got that same. He looks good all these years into it.
Keep on rocking.
The pictures, the stories, your world. This is News 8.
All right, well, it was San Diego's most listened radio station more than 30 years ago.
Hundreds of talented DJs and newscasters worked at KCBQ AM 1170, and now the station is being honored. Today, a monument honoring the studio and transmitter facility in Santee was dedicated at the location of where it once stood. News 8's Doug Kolk was there for the ceremony, along with many former KCBQ on-air personalities and behind-the-scenes staff.
From the days of KCBQ in Santee, the landscaping has certainly changed. What used to be the location of a massive transmitter is now a shopping center. But now a new relic stands to remember the good old days.
Kohl's is beautiful, and so is Lowe's, but there used to be a 50,000 watt radio station here, and that was KCBQ.
You recognize their voices.
KFM, BFM. It's 6 o'clock. This is Shotgun Tom Kelly. That's my blast.
You know their catchphrases.
They're great.
They are the legendary radio personalities at San Diego's KCBQ.
I'm David the Snake London.
Now,
1, 2, 3.
You will remember them forever. A monument in Santee now stands where the radio station once did.
There wasn't anything else there but the station and the towers.
We're talking about the period of 1958 to 1978.
When AM was king, it was a great rock and roll radio station.
It paved the path of stardom for disc jockey Shotgun Tom Kelly.
Invariably, I'll hear a car go or something like that. They try, but they can't go. You better believe it, baby.
From Jack Vincent,
Cost you nothing, so long you.
to David the Snake London.
This was my birthday card in 1973.
The good old days are remembered like it was yesterday.
I feel like I'm probably ready to go see The Undertaker because they told me when your name starts showing up on a granite plaque, it's time to go down and make some plans.
KCBQ 1170. Paved the way for the future of radio talent.
That was my station, man. I listened to it religiously.
You know Chris Boyer from the hit DSC Morning Show on Jack FM.
The three-part test of any good job is the hours are good, the pay's not bad, and there's no heavy lifting. So that met that three-part criteria, and I said, this is awesome.
And now, for generations to come.
Hopefully with this monument, we're able to always remember that great rock and roll top 40 station, KCBQ.
Want to know how much KCBQ means to the community? The price tag on the monument, $10,000. Every penny funded by the public. Doug Kolk, News 8.
Took some time, but boy, they finally got the honor they deserve.
Absolutely. Well deserved. And it's always great to hold on to those memories and see those guys out there.
Yeah, a lot more to come.